Hi, my name is Tim, and today I'm in Gibraltar.
I'm sailing on Cunard's Queen Victoria, and we're visiting this popular cruise destination for the day. Gibraltar is a British overseas territory located on the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula. Gibraltar is not very big, and the cruise terminal is conveniently located. You could opt to take one of the shuttle buses into the centre, but because it's not far, it only takes about 15 minutes to walk. There are taxis waiting at the entrance to the cruise terminal if you prefer to jump in a car for a ride into town. It's a flat, easy walk all the way. There are cafes and restaurants if you want to have a stop. You'll also find a couple of supermarkets. Most people head to the Casemates gates, which lead through to a lovely square and the start of the main high street. The square is a vibrant hub for shopping and socialising. It's lined with bars, cafes and restaurants, making it a popular spot for tourists and locals alike. We'll come back to the square later, but for now we're going to start off with a stroll along Gibraltar's main shopping street. Gibraltar is well known and popular for its cheap shopping. As you stroll along the high street, you'll find lots of shops selling alcohol, cigarettes, perfume, clothes, jewellery and watches. If you're from the UK, you'll feel very much at home with Gibraltar's Marks and Spencer's store and its red letterboxes. The high street is called Main Street and was once known as Calle Real. It's a bustling and lively shopping street, particularly when the cruise ships are in. As well as a big selection of shops, there are lots of bars, restaurants and cafes that stretch along Main Street if you want to sit and eat and drink something in the sunshine. I recommend you keep walking. The first part of the street is quite touristy. The further you go, the prettier it gets and the more interesting the architecture becomes. You'll also see beautiful orange trees the further you go along, adding some colour to the street scene. There are lots of excursions on offer if you want to explore Gibraltar's attractions. High on most people's list, which I've done before on a previous trip, is to take the cable car up the rock. At the top, you'll see stunning panoramic views, and it's possible to see Spain and Morocco. You can also see the famous apes, which are actually Barbary macaques. Be careful with your bags and sunglasses as they can be a bit unpredictable. They are wild and it's best to view them from a slight distance. Everywhere in Gib you'll see monkey toys and souvenirs for sale. On Main Street, you will come to the impressive pink Cathedral of St Mary the Crowned, the centre of Roman Catholic worship in the Diocese of Gibraltar. The cathedral was originally a mosque and converted to a church in 1462. We visited a beautiful side chapel with a small courtyard showcasing Spanish and Moorish influences. Nearby, you'll also spot the Anglican Cathedral of the Holy Trinity in Cathedral Square. It's known for its Moorish-style architecture with horseshoe arches. It was once used as an emergency hospital during a yellow fever epidemic. You'll come to the Governor's official residence, with the King's Chapel next door, which offers services to the British Armed Forces. Opposite is the grand portico-fronted headquarters of His Majesty's Government of Gibraltar. At the far end of Main Street, you come to the Southport gates and the Charles V wall, which formed part of the defensive structure to protect Gibraltar from attack. The wall was built in 1540 under Emperor Charles V. Just beyond the wall is the Trafalgar Cemetery. Despite its name, only 2 victims of the Battle of Trafalgar are buried there, Lieutenant William Forster and Captain Thomas Norman. Although Lord Nelson is buried in London, a memorial was unveiled in 1992 to honour his victory. The cemetery primarily holds victims of yellow fever epidemics and other naval battles. It hosts an annual commemoration on Trafalgar Day and is a serene escape from the bustle of Main Street. Close to the cemetery and the Charles V wall is where you'll find the cable car station if you want to take a ride to the top of the rock. We made our way back down Main Street to have lunch in one of the many restaurants in the main square. We visited in December just before Christmas, and you can see how lovely the weather is, even in the middle of winter. It's been a great cruise visit to Gibraltar, or the Rock as it's affectionately known. Here's a tip for anyone wanting to buy some duty-free shopping. There are lots of shops in the high street, but in my experience, the duty-free shop at the cruise terminal is just as cheap, if not cheaper, and if you buy it there, it saves you having to carry it all the way back. Gibraltar always offers a good sail away party because you get great views of the Rock from the ship. You also get to see Spain and Africa as you go through the Straits of Gibraltar.
I've had a great day in Gibraltar. If you've enjoyed my video and would like to see some more of my travels, please click subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.